You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. All right, Sky Squad, I'm going to need y'all to suit up. I need y'all to suit up. We have got a case to solve. All right? We got a case to solve. We got to figure some things out because I need to know if indeed Marlo Hampton was truly the blueprint of fabulosity on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, why might you be asking this? Well, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. You want to hear, let's bring Marlo Hampton to the stage.
Never have a Birkin on the show. When I went to Africa, I had a rainbow color of Hermes Birkins. When are excited getting them now. When I did this 10 years ago. Y'all don't never give props to where Marlo was the first person to decorate her room on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Marlo was the first one wearing diamond studs.
Not decorate the room. Not decorate the room. What does that mean? Did everybody else have plain bare walls? What was going on with everybody's rooms? I know she's probably there's a reference she's making. I'm just not familiar with it. So all of this is where this is again where all of our mystery solving skills will come into play, because now we need to figure out what decorating the room meant, because I'm in a decorated room at the moment. Is she the originator of decorated rooms? Like, I don't know. And somebody let me know what she means and how she means it.
On Real Housewives of Atlanta. Marlo was the first one having drivers come and get her on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like having pillowcases with my name engraved in them. Having the hotel come and unpack me and pack me. So it's just...
Wow. Marlo did a lot.
It's weird to me because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was bothered for a minute. I called my manager. I'm like, this is some these people act like they hate me so much. So if I would have went on there and said, oh my God, such and such tried.
Well, here is where she's saying that, the allegation that came from Portia that allegedly came from Phaedra that y'all know what I'm talking about from season 9, those allegations.
If I would have went on there and drugged someone by the hair off the couch.
That would be Portia and Kenya, allegedly.
If I would have went and kicked someone,
that would have been Portia Cynthia incident.
I would have went and pulled the seat under Icon's from sitting down because I was just jealous she was an icon.
That would be in reference to Kenya Moore pulling the seat out from under Kim Fields.
I would have went and pulled up a picture of someone giving.
Woo! Okay. I think we know where that's coming from.
Awful to me, right? So please, I'm not being funny. I want y'all to tell me, what have I ever done that matches to those things to the people y'all love so? Like, just tell me, what have I done? I was the first one to have that. Not a football player, not a basketball player, not a rapper. I had the first Aston Martin Rapide paid for cash, okay?
My God, today.
So at least do that. And I don't do that. I don't sit and brag. Home paid for it 10 years ago. Show me what girl on our show 10 years ago had a home paid for cash. I'm just saying facts because y'all are receipt people. Show me that. Marlo.
Well, I want to know who paid for it. Did she pay for it? I mean, listen, the only reason I asked is because remember that season where Candy was asking her where she get her money from? Now, listen, y'all know this is me being nosy. And it's not the type of nosy that you think I'm being. I'm being nosy about, I like knowing how people make money. That's really it. That's why I honestly am telling y'all the truth. That's where I'm coming from. Like, girl, how are you making your money? I appreciate that you keep it a secret, but I mean, can you at least tell me? Like, you could just DM it to me. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm a keeper of secrets. I really, really am. Like I can keep a secret, Marlo. Tell me. But this goes back to my original question: was Marlo the original? And she actually brings up some interesting points. She talks about some of the things and incidences that have happened on the show, and she's like, but y'all make it seem like I'm so bad. And again, this to me is for me, and maybe Marlo did. I'm not going to take anything away from her. I think on that show, Marlo did set a lot of trends. A lot of that was probably maybe not noticeable to us as an audience as much as it may have been her influence behind the scenes with the girls, right? And maybe some of that showing up on the screen, but maybe not necessarily from her initially. So I'm gonna give her. I could give her. Listen. I don't have a problem with it. I was not there, so I don't know who did what and who did and how it was done. All I have is her word to go on, and if these are the facts, then props to you, Marlo. I mean, get it how you live it. But I want to also shout out Live Bites on IG. Make sure you guys are following them. I clicked the follow button today. I thought I had been following, but I made sure to do so today. And then go on there and you can see some of your favorite entertainers and some of your favorite celebrities going live and talking a whole lot of stuff. Okay. Lives is where it lives, baby. Live Bites. Make sure you follow them on IG. Speaking of which, I want to take you over to just a continuation of that conversation with Marlo, where she talks about how, being the originator that she was, being the blueprint that she was offered a peach years ago. In case many of you guys did not know, you didn't know? Oh, take a listen.
Years ago, I was offered a peach in my living room with Nene Leaks and God bless the dead, Greg Leaks. And both of them told me accept the peach, but I would not because it was only $10,000. And at the time, I was making so much money. And I was like, Nene, I'm not doing this for no $10,000. No one's going to regulate what I do and how I live my life and get a percentage of what I do. And Greg.
Interesting. Now, when Marlo came on the scene, I have to wonder, I got to go back in the archives and figure out when the Bethany Clause came into effect, because she talks about, I mean, it could have been 10 years ago at this point, maybe. Now that I think, I'm just looking back at the course of history and I'm thinking about the Bethany Clause. For those of you guys who don't know, is like, I think it's the clause that allows the network to get a percentage of the things you do and promote on the show, I think. Maybe that's what she's talking about. And some of them might have had it actually before that. Who knows? I gotta do some investigating on that. I'm gonna get the scoop on that. I'm gonna come back to you guys with that one.
I tell you guys no lie. Greg said, I can show you guys the email tomorrow, but Nene definitely.
In your opinion, though, would it have been smart for her to do that? And I guess that depends on what she had going on business-wise at the time. Maybe.
Don't keep it 100. I was offered a peach years ago, but everyone seems to forget about that. Y'all are weird. We are like, oh, she's been a friend for 10 years. I was a friend for 10 years because I chose to be a friend for 10 years. How the hell do you meet Marlo Hampton 10 years ago and offer me a friend position? I was offered a peach position right off the rip, okay? Nene Leaks and Greg Leaks sat in my living room and told me, girl, you better take that.
I mean, seeing where she's finally ended up, she may have been better suited taking the peach back then. The reason I say that is because Marlo came in with some of the heavy hitting original ladies, and I think that maybe had she come in at that point in time, that maybe the influences at the time would have made it such that because see, to me, she is an example of when a friend turns housewife but is still acting like the friend. There's a fine line that you have to walk, and I don't think that she navigated it, and I don't know that she was led to navigate it successfully.
You better accept it because it's going to turn into something more. And I was like, no, girl, I'm not doing that. Forget that. They ain't going to run me. And I feel that's one of the reasons why it took so long for me to get offered a peach. I really do. That's how I feel. Because what did I ever do to anyone to hate me so and take 10 years to offer me a peach?
So here's the thing, though. So if you're feeling like they took too long to offer it to you, it's like, well, go. You turned it down. Like, why would I then try to keep offering it to you if you just turn me down?
And when they did offer me a peach, I just felt it was not the time. No one on my show respected me. No one on my show liked me. Everyone for 10 years have said she's a whore, she's a prostitute, she's this, she's that. But there's no receipts. When I'm on a show that lives and die by receipts, no one still has shown a receipt.
Baby, Marlo. This is my new favorite phase, but I guess the question is, I mean, we always have to ask ourselves this question.
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence?
Is it? All right, so let's talk about Potomac. All right, so we got a little, this is a sneak peek. So you guys, if you don't want to be spoiled, spoiler alert ahead. I've already given it to you. Now you had your chance. Okay, so here we go. So this is a question really for you guys, because I'm really not going to go through the entire scene. Because a lot of it is Wendy getting a flat tire. But, you know, Wendy and Giselle go visit Kierna's, I don't know if you call it a spa. Is it a spa? I can't really, what spa? We'll call it a spa. Okay, so the ladies go visit her spa, and they end up talking about Karen, and you know, there's a little bit of worry there from, you know, Karen looking, I guess, maybe like she's not been eating a lot. Now, for me, I would have attributed, let me hit the like button, follow the Bravo Shade Room guys, because they always pick up these spoilers for us. So, so, you know, there's some concern there, you know, and Giselle thinks it's maybe stress from, you know, the whole case, which I can see look, especially based on what we know now. Why in the, what, for, let me tell y'all something. On Watch What Happens Live, Ashley said that Robin, and Giselle ran into Karen's attorney somewhere out in the streets of Potomac, Bethesda, Chevy Chase, DC, Maryland, Baltimore. I don't know where they were. Anyway, they said they ran into her attorney, and the attorney sounded very. Let me put alleged, because listen, I won't dare. They said that the attorney sounded very confident about Karen's case. You know, yada yada yada. So she was super surprised when the verdict came out. And then the videos came out. They're looking like, wait, why would the attorney think that? I'm like, attorney, did you not know? Like, I'm not really, you know, coming down on your practice, but I will let y'all know. Thank you to I got the call, whoever this is out. Hopefully I still got you in my thing. Somebody has found me a Law and Order SVU gavel. Okay. So when I hit it, it make the SVU noise. It was Kane Enaby at Kaninaby. Sorry, let me get that right. Make sure y'all follow Kaninaby on. I'm gonna put your Instagram down in the description. Thank you, Boo, for that recommendation. Anyway, oh, look, we got a new confessional from Phaedra that just hit the Jasmine brand. So we're gonna talk about that in a second too. So here's the thing. Let's get back to it. Regardless, so Ashley spilled that tea on Watch What Happens Live. So now we're talking about in the scene, okay, Wendy and Giselle are thinking, oh, it's lack of sleep, maybe lack of eating because of the case. Kiana's like, oh no, girl, it's just Ozempic. Now, with Kiana's delivery, let's talk about that. With Kiana's delivery about it, I would assume that she is probably, because she's in this sort of spa space with people who regularly get treatments of different varieties. And I don't know if she offers Ozempic or semaglutide or whatever the things are. But what I do know is that for her, it's probably something that's not very uncommon, right? And I can't recall if she related it to something, either pre-diabetic. I really don't know. What I do know is the other girls are in shock. Now, as I was reading the comments, a common thought occurred to me. I don't know that I would have told anybody that information. Like, I know we are in an age and space right now where Ozempic is like, it's not a big, to me, it ain't a big thing. It is like, you take what you want to. I'm the type of person, go do whatever you feel like you want to do to make yourself look like the best version of yourself possible. I do not care. I am not one of those types of people that judges people for what is that thing that they be saying on Instagram and TikTok. We listen, but we do not judge. Okay. That is where I'm at in life in general. I listen, I do not judge, except in my head. But anyway, so I listen, I don't judge. I do what you want to do. Pump yourself up full of fillers if you want to. But I also am of the mindset that I would not tell nobody that somebody else is on the Ozempic. Oh, they look like they lost weight. Yeah, girl, they on the Ozempic. I wouldn't say that. But I'm trying to, in my mind, think about how Kierna may have, based on her delivery and the casualness with which she said it, I didn't feel like she thought she was spilling tea. I felt like she just thought she was having conversation. But when she was, in fact, definitely spilling tea, and I don't think that that's the type of tea that I would spill about my friend that told me that they were on Ozempic off camera. Because if it was on camera, we ain't seen it and they ain't shown it. So how do we know whether or not that was okay or not? What do y'all think? Are y'all okay with with your best friend or with your girlfriend? Because the people were saying, "Oh, Karen has written hard for Kierna," so it's interesting that she would spill this type of tea. Now, whether or not it was, I don't think there was malintent, but it was still kind of one of those situations where, I mean, maybe she didn't want the people to know, girl. Okay, so here we go again. Okay, so let's take things over to the Jasmine brand and have a little fun real quick. The people, shout out to the Jasmine brand. Um, this is also from the Real Housewives of Atlanta talk. Make sure you guys are following them. I don't know if this was on the threads or the X or what have you, but that was where the post came from initially. We'll call it source one, then source two, the Jasmine brand via our boy House of Aaron. And we have Phaedra here showing off a new confessional look for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And Phaedra is back to black, Amy Winehouse style. So let me pull that up for you guys. I thought I had it pulled up. Phaedra is back to black, okay? Filming a confessional for the upcoming season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And they're saying it's her outfit that's getting all of the attention. She rocked a stunning black dress with a deep V-neck, dramatic feathered shoulders, and paired it with long, sleek black hair. You better give us that description, okay? Let me tell y'all something. I'm a secretly fashion is like, okay, trap between reality TV, fashion, and travel. Like those, that's it. Oh, and a good old Law and Order SVU / Criminal Minds / Murder She Wrote / anything with a mystery that I gotta solve. Those are my things, right? So I'm here for the thing of it all with Miss Phaedra and these Powerpuff wings that look like they may help her take flight. But I love the look. It's almost kind of giving me more Tisha Adams vibes, but you know, this is a bit of a different flair for a Phaedra. We've seen her in another confessional look, rocking the sort of like orangey, reddish copper color hair. So it's interesting to see these different looks. We've seen some different hair with her playing with the hair on Married to Medicine. So it's interesting. I think that this is a good look for her. Very good look for her. Let me know what you guys were rated on a scale of 1 to 10. If I'd rated on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 9.9. I'm going to give it a 9.9. I like it. Anyway, that's the tea that we got for y'all this morning. Make sure you guys keep it locked onto the channel. I may go live. I may not. Who knows what I'll do? I never know. Anyway, what I do know is, of course, we do have our trips coming up. So make sure you guys not only, number one, get my book, The Wickedest Wives, book 2, A Vicious Reality on Amazon.com right now. Currently writing book number 3. Then be sure to also join us in Cape Town. In case you have never been to Africa, you need to get yourself there right away. I have a meeting about Cape Town, so I'm going to try to see if I can get, there's something I'm trying to get. I'm going to try to see if I can hook some people up. Then, of course, make sure you guys tap into the link also to get my travel playbook in case you want to know all my travel tips and travel secrets as well. Also tap into Rich Life. And of course, we have Zanzibar coming up September 22nd through the 28th. There is a $300 off code for the first 3. Actually, there were 4. Somebody really special got number. I mean, all of y'all special, but somebody, I'm not gonna say nothing else. All I would say is I have 3 left. Boom, there you go. So you can get $300 off until January 15th. If you don't use it by January 15th, then I try to tell you. But if you've never been to Zanzibar, I'm a big Africa person myself, so this will be my first time going as well. So we're gonna see what we can see, and we will make it do what it do. Okay. All right. So that's all the tea I got. Make sure you guys keep it locked onto the channel. Subscribe, like, and comment. Now that you've watched today's video, let's get into this group trip to Cape Town, South Africa. Yes, y'all, Skye Squad, we are hitting South Africa, and we are hitting it hard. April 10th through the 17th of 2025. You can click the link in the description of this video to get more information and to reserve your spot. Now, we're going to keep this intimate because we have a lot to do. We are going to be looking at real estate. We're going to be learning about retirement and permanent visas, dual citizenship, buying and purchasing land. We are going to be looking at it all because we want options in South Africa, baby. And listen, Cape Town is one of my favorite cities. So of course, we're going to be doing some of my favorite things. We are going to be hitting the wineries. We are going on a safari. We're going to Table Mountain. We're going to some of my favorite restaurants. Let me tell you, one of them is Gold Star, baby. If you know, you know. We're going to be meeting with some expats who have relocated from the United States to Cape Town as well. This is going to be a luxury experience, okay? So we're talking doing the absolute most. So if you've ever wanted to go to Cape Town, South Africa, but maybe you didn't have the group to go with, maybe you just didn't have the right people that wanted to go and experience it with you, this is an opportunity for you to come with us. Now, I only have about 10 to 12 spots available. Yes, because again, I'm trying to keep this thing intimate, and I know that what type of experience I want it to be. So get in while you can, y'all. Trust me, in 2025, we are going to be needing all the options that we can get. And I am going to do my utmost to bring us the most that we can possibly get in and out of the country. So come with me to South Africa. The group trip is going to be lit April 10th through the 17th. Go ahead and click the link in this description of this video so that you can reserve your spot today. Cape Town, South Africa awaits.